Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, man. This is supposed to be my first story this morning after I came in from work. But here it is. Out there in Prince George's County, near Washington, D.C., or if it's in Washington, D.C., I still don't even know. I haven't researched it. So I apologize. Shout out Prince George's County. There was an incident that happened yesterday at 5:30 p.m. in which a mother pushing a baby in a stroller, a 3-year-old boy, both were gunned down. Now the mother's alive, barely, but the baby tragically lost his life. I want to play this video so you guys can get caught up with what's going on. But I mean, this senseless violence and this heartless killing is the part that's most shocking to me. You took a gun and pointed it at a 3-year-old child and pulled the trigger. And even if you didn't point it at the child, you were so reckless with your behavior in trying to harm the mother that you killed the child in trying to do so. Unacceptable. Check this out.
The child shot this evening in Langley Park has died. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Sean Yancey.
And I'm Leon Harris. Jim is off tonight. Very little is known about what happened tonight, but it is obvious this crime is shaking and upsetting even the most seasoned law enforcement veterans.
But a child is dead, a mother is shot, and won't get to raise that baby. That baby won't get to be a future PG police officer and live his best life.
News 4's Jackie Benson is live in the neighborhood tonight.
She spoke with witnesses who watched officers try and save that 3-year-old. Jackie, I can't even begin to imagine what this community is feeling tonight.
They're in shock. What we do know is that the first officer on the scene was a detective who was very close in the area investigating some other matter. News 4 has obtained police radio transmissions in which you can hear the professionalism and shock in his voice.
I have a small kid that's been shot.
The stroller the 3-year-old had been sitting in was the center of a massive crime scene. Detectives filled the courtyard of the Garden apartment complex on Kanawha Street, just off University Boulevard in Langley Park.
But that young baby did nothing to anyone and did not deserve to die because someone wants to come out here and play with guns. Bullets come down and they have real consequences. I can only pray that they weren't trying to kill a child. But I don't know at this point.
Police confirm a detective who was in the area heard the gunshots from a short distance away and was the first to come upon the horrific scene. A man who lives nearby, we're not identifying him, heard the shots and ran to a window.
Ella gritaba y gritaba.
He says he saw the officer giving CPR to the little boy. He said the child was still and not moving. The little boy's mother was also injured by the gunfire, according to police. At the time the shooting happened, about 5:30 p.m., many residents of the complex were home.
I was in my room, I heard the gunshots, and we thought that there were fireworks. At the same time, there wasn't.
Barry Stanton is the county's Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety.
We want to express our condolences, our heartfelt condolences to the family, to the mother that has lost a 3-year-old child to this senseless act of violence.
Police have not been able to give us much of a description of the suspect. I don't think they have much of a description at this point. We do not know if it is one or two suspects. There's a $25,000 reward for information leading to the arrest, in this case, of suspects who shot and killed a 3-year-old boy in the courtyard of this apartment complex at dinner time tonight. Live in Langley Park, Jackie Benson, News 4.
That was truly heartbreaking. And what's hurtful to me the most is that somebody would walk up on a mother pushing a baby stroller and shoot her. And the child. And the child. In a housing development with multiple floors, where anybody can see them at any given time. Now, I don't know what color these people was. I mean, hell, it don't matter. But I mean, it seemed like they only interviewed Hispanic people. So I don't know if that's a majority Hispanic apartment complex. But either way, death is death. And it's still sad and sickening. Said they had multiple witnesses that aren't saying nothing. They want these people or person that did this so bad, the reward is very high. You can see in the officers talking. Officer was on the scene, in the area, heard the shots echo, ran up on that scene. Now, regardless of what you say about the police officers, the man rendered aid. How hard do you think it was for that officer to keep his calm and deal with a baby that's motionless, suffering from a gunshot wound, while his mother is hurt too? Think about that. Somebody or some people did this. And they're out there right now, probably not even thinking about it. And the only worry they have is if they don't get caught. Because, I mean, let's be honest. I'm sure the woman was the intended target and she lived. She lived. So it's a lot of worry in that. But think about that. That's what they're worrying about. That's what you're worrying about. Your intended target still alive when the other child may not have been the target, but all the same is gone. A lot of people, they say, seen something, they're begging the community to say something. And they should. For the cop to sit up there, like I looked at the press conference for the police officer or the sergeant or whoever that was, the captain or the chief, to sit up there and say, hey, well, I mean, I know you don't want to snitch, but you got to say something. That's a damn shame. We live in a society like that. Who are you, me, or anybody else out here? How do we look in the mirror every day and we can't protect the child, knowing that we won't do it? Because even though you didn't pull the trigger, I'll tell you something, even though you didn't pull the trigger, you know who did. And you keeping your mouth shut is just as bad. It is. Because if it was your child, you would want somebody to say something to you because you'll be hell-bent on getting justice or revenge, depending on what type of person you is. And it'd be messed up that people that greet you every day in your own damn community say hi to you like they care about you, but won't say nothing when something happened to you or your people. And that's the big thing. People can't get caught and they get worse the next time they do something to somebody else. When you put somebody out there, especially in a crime as heinous as this, killing a baby, you might save somebody else in future events. What they did is tragic. It's tragic. That's a lot of hate. Just the circumstance of that. You shot this woman and her child, even if you didn't meant to shoot her, which we don't know. But she was in the middle of doing something with a child and you took her life. And she was doing her motherly duties. I ain't feeling it. Not feeling it. Anytime you catch them doing this, show them the flowers. We're not going to waste time. You're not going to sit up in jail and get jail electricity and stuff like that because you're not deserving of that. You're breathing when a baby ain't. And his mother, barely alive. For what? Residents said that they seen this woman multiple times. They know she lives in that area. They see her going to and fro, taking her baby to daycare and bringing it home. Somebody knew the pattern. Got to be somebody she knew. Most likely somebody she knew to do that to her in front of the kid. That's the point. People nowadays, they want to do something to you. They don't care who's around you. Hell, they can get it too. Anybody can get it. Stupid talk. Baby's gone. This woman fighting for her life. And the biggest punishment, you mean to tell me you can lock somebody up for life and they can still enjoy whatever little bit of life they got? They'll still smile, get complacent, look at cable, see things that, and discover new things when the future was just destroyed. You don't know what that little boy could be, just like that man said. You don't know what he could have been and what contribution he could have made to society, this nation, and the world, period. We erase ourselves like letters on a piece of paper. They need to take and invest money into some man-made islands, or just go and lease some land somewhere, and put everybody that don't want to be a citizen and everybody that's tearing society up, put them over there with no resources. Let them learn as if they was in the ice ages, civilization and all that stuff. Let them go over there. Because obviously you're showing you can't deal with the ebbs and flows of people trying to just make it in this country. We got people out here just victimizing each other. I'm not your enemy. Why would you want to rob me? Why would you want to shoot me because you're mad at something in your life? We got serious problems in this nation, y'all. I mean, the gun is just being turned on everybody. We got kids finding guns, just shooting themselves. There's a story out right now where a kid found a gun in the car and shot the woman in the back of the car sitting in the parking lot, killed her. Irresponsibility. Irresponsibility. World's going to shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is a tragic event. And for people to sit around and keep their mouth shut is just as bad as the asshole or assholes that pulled the trigger and this little child lost his life and the mother is hanging on by a thread. The fuck is wrong with you? I'll see you in the next video. Take care.